Hello, Carlos, B69 Pro here on the YouTube channel. Today we're going to be packing orders and talking about random stuff in life, I guess. Advice, life talk right now. So, we got these two packed. I just redid the video. So, we have these two shipping out. Really beautiful cards. Blastoise in a mouth. So, what we're going to talk about today, right, is I guess you want to talk about setting ourselves up for success in the future. Now, a lot of you might be younger, older, I'm not sure. I mean, I do see my age audience, so it's a lot of 18 and even older people that watch this video. But primarily this is towards the younger people. But it also can include someone else. I don't think it's ever too late to make any changes like that. I mean, there could be some hindrances and stuff or something's obstacles, whatnot. So I think what we should do to prepare for ourselves for the future is honestly get an education in the sense of possibly a trade or any sort of higher education certifications, any maybe degrees. We're going to go into that a little bit more in depth, but certifications, skills necessary to, venture out into different branches of careers for your benefit because, you know, if you don't have a plan, someone's going to make that plan for you. And now, I believe in God, so I know that God always, if you work with God, He works out things according to His purposes for good. If you follow Him, so it's a little bit conditional in that sense when talking about obedience and purpose and stuff like that. So, but this is any case. So it's also good to also prepare and plan for your future. Planning for your future is very important. Again, I'm a younger individual, but like I said, I didn't waste my life, but I also didn't proactively make good decisions or proactively made decisions that would further me and benefit me in the future. That's not to say that there is no future or anything like that, but it is very important for a young person to proactively take decisions and make steps to better their future for education, if that's something you like. Now, people don't like studying. Some people have different callings in life. Um, I would say that I'm still figuring that out. But some people want to be doctors, some people want to be lawyers, some people want to be engineers, some people want to make houses in the construction field. There's so many careers. This is kind of like the pep talk you got in high school. If you went to high school, with your counselors and stuff like that, and they were right, man. Because it's gonna get harder as you progress, as you get out of high school. It's gonna be a little bit more challenging to kind of you know, try to actually implement those changes in your life, such as college, studying, and all that. Not to say that it's not possible, but it definitely gets a little bit difficult when you don't do that. When you're in your early teens, early adulthood. Um, but it all depends, all on your circumstances and stuff, right? But like I said, I'm just packing orders with you guys. Like I said, I'm just a dude on the internet trying to run a TCG business, quote unquote, packing cards, working a 9 to 5, and talking about how to build your life. Might not be the best advice to take, but I think it's sound advice in the end of the day. Because I mean, if people take advice from Andrew Tate and stuff like that, I don't think I should have any restriction on that or any like sort of impediment, quote unquote. I'm using big words. I don't know why. I'm kind of just trying to sound smart, but whatever. So we got this Charizard, guys. This is a basic. This is the OG Charizard, man. Honestly, this looks pretty dope. Imagine you have this. This is not the base set Charizard. This is the XY evolution, but that's pretty cool. So we're gonna give that to the buyer. Fortunately, we don't have a red one. Maybe we do have a red one, but I'm not looking for it right now because we're not like that kind of. I mean, I would, but I don't know. Like I said, if I had any sort of color ones, I'd put. I like to do that. I like to match the color with the Pokemon type. Like I would have if I had a red one, I'll put a red one or like an orange one. So yeah. But yeah, like I was going back to what I was saying. You should definitely look for opportunities in your life because um, it just depends. It's harder to. It's more. It depends. Sometimes you can get not stuck, but if you get not yeah, I would say you can get stuck in life if you don't choose to do stuff. If you don't choose to further yourself, educate yourself, or try something, learn new skills, you're going to be always in the same position. Always going to be in that same spot. And sometimes people, depending if you're comfortable with that, that's amazing. That's up to you. Like that doesn't apply because again, if you're content with where you are, um, you know, that doesn't matter. But a lot of us, the human nature isn't really content with where they're at for the most part. There's always something that we want as humans. It's a natural desire, a tendency to want more and do more and all that stuff. But I think there's a practical way to go about it, and that's through furthering yourself, obviously trusting in the Lord first. But like I said, that's a very different topic. So yeah, definitely being proactive in your studies. Like right now, I guess I'm taking some college courses, figuring out my life, quote unquote. But that's not really up to me to decide in that grand sense. I'm not trying to be like, oh, I want to be a millionaire, making $30 million revenue every year, getting a yacht. I don't think that's what I don't want that for my life. Honestly, I don't really want that. I rather just have financial security, financial independence, financial retirement. That's primarily my goals. Nice Gengar. It's a damaged Gengar, but really cool Gengar. Uh, really nice cards again. Like I said, nice, beautiful cards. But like I said, that's kind of my goal in life is to just have independence, financial independence, financial retirement, able to work for myself. Um, and yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't really want to have a $10 million revenue company having to stress out every single day trying to figure out how to grow my margins, how to exponentially grow the business, and then accumulate so much wealth. Then I basically pass away. Um, and then the people that do enjoy it they might not even further the business. They might just splurge it on whatever they want. Um, this is a nice card. This is a pretty cool card. I like this card. But like I said, I don't know. Maybe if you're feeling like that, do not worry. There's people like, if you're thinking the same way I'm thinking, then just know there's people like me and you that think alike. You're not the only one. So if you're in your brain, if you're having a meltdown, if you're having a panic attack, or I don't know, man, I think the same way. I just don't express it as much externally because I don't think that's really the right answer to do so in a way. Um, I think it requires internal changes and decisions and stuff. But yeah, there's someone out there like that thinks like you most of the time. So yeah, uh, we got the Zorwark. But like I said, I'm just a random dude on the internet. If you want to take advice from me, do what you want. Not do what you want, but make good financial choices, make good financial decisions. And some people don't really know how to do that, or they just don't want to, or choose to, or there's not in the situation where they need to, or they haven't experienced any situations or life. I don't know, maybe, but it just depends. All the orders we have today, guys, we're gonna pack all these up, ship them out to the buyers. That's really cool. But yeah, this is just a rant video, random talk with you guys. Let me know how you feel. How this, do you relate to this? Do you not relate to it? You know, Again, I think it's a very, I don't know. I don't know if it's complex or not. I mean, like I said, my situation in life is very different than a lot of people. So it might not be. It might be difficult to relate. Might be difficult to understand or comprehend. A lot of people's emotions um, supposedly, a lot of people say the economy is bad, and I mean it probably is. It definitely slowed down. It's crazy. People are saying the bankers and all these things, but I wasn't there, um, and so I don't know. So I'm not too genius. I'm not like all this. I'm definitely in a good situation where I'm thankful to have what I have and being able to actually live. Um, I think that if God willing, I'm able to, you know, sustain myself with the things that are necessary to live. Housing, water, food, access to clean energy, clean water, all that stuff. I think that would be. I think I would have that. I believe I would have that, and that's basically enough. I think that's what everybody desires is to just have enough. But like I said, this video, I don't know. I might delete it. I don't know. I'm just kidding. I don't know. This is so weird. I'm just really talking random stuff to myself, to you guys. I feel like someone would be like, I feel like people would be like, bro, you're complaining too much, bro. I don't know. Maybe I am. I don't know. I just say what I say. I don't think there's, I don't think it's an issue to express how you feel in that sense, as long as you don't go about it crazily and start, doing some crazy stuff based on that. But I think it's fine. I think it's healthy. Um, but yeah, so I think this is gonna conclude the video. Uh, I'm waiting for Mega Ascended Dream, but I don't know. I might trade these Sword and Shield packs for some of those things. I don't know. IDK. I might sell these for sure. But thank you guys for watching the video. If you made it this far, like and subscribe. Also comment down below what you thought of this video. Let me know. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out new content styles, new type of discussions, whatever. And if you like it, let me know what you think. Let me know your thoughts. But appreciate you guys for watching the video. Take care. Peace out.